Hey there guys, Ibaraki Ben here. So at the moment I'm currently at Spectacle Island, which is the biggest settlement in this game. It also has the largest size for you actually to create. So the way you're going to want to gain this is, first of all, you have to come to this ship, which is located in the far south. So basically you go inside this ship and you're going to come across this generator. So you're going to have to turn on the circuit breaker, and this is going to have cables that are already in place and linked up to a building that's up on the hill. So directly north you find this building, and inside this building you're going to have another circuit breaker just here. So you activate this one and it's going to make an unusually horrible sound for a few moments, and that basically is going to scare off any Mirelurks that are here, because before you can actually take this settlement you're going to have to kill a lot of Mirelurks and a lot of different species of Mirelurks, like the Mirelurk kings and queens as well, and they can prove quite troublesome, so I advise coming here in power armor. So anyway, with regards to my settlement, during a nice storm, right, let's sort that weather out. Okay, so now the weather is nice again. This is my settlement. The draw distance is not so great. Over here there is actually walls and everything over here, but anyway, starting off we've got the main hill. So moving inside, I've got kind of a small, basically like a dorm room set up. I don't really use this. This was the first building and it was just testing out the foundations. So moving on to the next building. This one is unused, but this is eventually going to store my power armor. I'm basically going to have, in each section there's going to be a different unit of power armor. And in this building this will just be kind of like a small, maybe communal room for something. I haven't really decided. To be honest, I just wanted to see how much I could actually build here. So moving on, I've got another building here. This one I have actually placed in a pylon which manages to power the entire building, which is quite nice. You would have seen this in another video that I did. Moving on, I have my bar, so complete with dweller. So I have my bar set up, which is kind of homely, quite relaxed and nice, and by making this it actually increased my happiness rating by a little, which was good. So yeah, I've got my bar. Where else? Ah yeah, main building. So yeah, I've got my main building, so I've got a lounge area. I've got the area that my settlers will use for actually collecting resources, and then I've got my crafting area. Moving outside, I have got, well, not really safe, but I've got my cooking station, I've got my terminal, satellite, and kind of a lounge, relaxing kind of area. So going upstairs, I've got all beds and another small bar. So this is basically the embryo idea of what I wanted to make in the other building. And on the top floor I've got some more beds. I've got a pylon going through the roof which powers pretty much most of this building. I found that for every 3 squares that you make, one pylon in the center of it will power all of them. So if I was to add one pylon here and then another one maybe over in this corner, this whole building would be powered just with the 2 without having to have conduits spread all around the outside or inside. So that's that building. And now a settler's going to get in my way. Now over here you've got this kind of container ship. Definitely explore this because there is so much scrap there. This container here has a lot of safes inside it, so you can lockpick and get yourself some loot, and at the end of it just scrap the escapes and collect a load of metal. Now this island itself, I gained about 3,000 wood because it was covered in trees and there was so much scrap here, and there was already power existing here. So I didn't have to add that much, and I didn't have to go out and collect much because I was provided with so much wood and so much metal that it was ridiculous, and I've still got a ton left after building all of this. Now you also want to check in the water, because like the distance that you can build here is pretty big. The whole island can be built on, and if you check under the water as well, there's nothing here because I've already picked it clean. I found a lot of barrels underwater that I was able to scrap and collect more metal. So moving on. Moving on, I have my storage room. So this is purely just storage. So in these crates I have weapons. This one is armor pieces. These are just random kind of things. So I've got things like food in one of these, and then I have things like medicine and drugs and stuff in the other. Then I've got crafting foods in the other one for making things like mute fruit and other stuff. These are basically just standard clothes, so the ones that don't have armor. In here is equipment and tools, and then in these suitcases I have like suits and things like that, and then here is basically mods and parts. In here I have an apartment building, which I have built small apartments inside each. Now this has about 6 apartments. I'm going to be adding more because I've recently discovered that I can make this about 10 floors high with no problem. So I've added 1 or 2 beds in each one. I haven't finished furnishing it. So yeah, I've got it all set up quite nicely and kind of homely, but I need to add more furniture and pictures and paintings and all the usual stuff that keeps the settlers happy. Okay, going back outside, I've got, this building was already here, I just added some walls to it, and this is basically a toilet area, and that's about it. Don't know why I bothered to add that, but it's there. So going down the hill, I've got my nice little bunker hill kind of trade post, so you'll get traders that will come here with their Brahmin, and you can basically buy goods from them. This building is a new one. This is the one that I've been using for making most of my videos. So inside hasn't got anything, it's just got lights, and then all of the power for this whole building is supplied by this one pylon. So if you add it into the middle like I mentioned earlier, it's going to power everything in the whole building nicely. So if you have any lights or anything, it's easy. This building I haven't bothered to use because the inside of it is so damaged, there's not really much I can do with this, so I haven't bothered to touch this at all. I have my shop area here, which has got most of my trading posts, so I haven't got them all yet because I was running out of materials at the time. So yeah, I've got my shop set up, and then going down, this is where the main kind of entrance is. Every time you spawn here, you will come here. So yeah, that's my my island. So yeah, if you've not been here, definitely come here, but make sure that you're a good level, you have a lot of guns that are high power and a power armor, because the enemies here are pretty brutal, and there is so much wood and metal here, it is unbelievable. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks to everyone for watching and supporting my channel. As always, please leave a like and comment, as your feedback is greatly appreciated, and if you haven't already, subscribe now. Also, you may like to follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, add me as a friend, add me to your Google circles, follow me on Instagram, add me on Tumblr, join my group, subscribe to my Twitch account, reshare my Facebook posts, retweet all my tweets,
like all my statuses and pictures, comment on everything I've done, and watch every single video I've made twice.
Thank you.